Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily Jean. If you guys are new here, happy Vlogmas day 10. We are sitting at the vanity and I thought we would do a little casual get ready with me chit chat. I'm not even like worried about the background or anything. I feel pretty gross right now. My hair is not done whatsoever. Honestly, I don't have much plans today, but I do want to film this video for you and play around with some makeup and just show you like my go-to super easy like everyday chill at home, stay at home makeup look. To be honest, one of the main reasons I'm filming this is because I had a bunch of footage for a random November vlog that I've been talking about like all throughout Vlogmas. I was gonna save it for a rainy day, post it in order to give me like a day off basically. It was a vlog that I had at like end of November. It wasn't fully edited, but most of the clips were like put in together and it was like roughly edited. And basically I went to go find that project and it is nowhere to be found. And then I went through all my SD cards and I couldn't even find all the footage to piece it back together. I only had like half of it and it wasn't even like, it wouldn't have even made a full vlog. So basically this is my last opportunity to do something for day 10. That was kind of my plan all along and I thought I had the project ready to go. I don't know what happened to it. I've been doing a lot of transferring from like my laptop, external hard drive, and my big computer, so I think stuff just got really messy, and especially during Vlogmas I have so much footage coming in that I don't know what happened. So here we are. I thought you guys would enjoy a makeup video. One, they're like easy for me to sit down and film, and I honestly don't do that many anymore, so I thought you guys would enjoy this. Like I said, I don't have any plans today. I'm literally just gonna be at home. I think I'm gonna do some cooking later tonight, like meal prep stuff, which I might be vlogging that as well for you guys, so stay tuned. But yeah, let's just do our makeup. I want to like feel a little bit better about my skin. I have some leftover spray tan going on, but my face is pretty much bare and I was breaking out pretty bad about last week. They are all like flattened now, so that's a lot better. There's just marks left for right now, but my skin is actually feeling pretty good as far as putting makeup on it goes. Sorry about all of that explanation, but I just wanted to, you know, give you guys some context of what's going on. So let's do our makeup. I actually just put a little bit of, I just put on the Grande Cosmetics like lip plumper, it's like a lip plumper lip balm. I'll put it on the screen and I just put that on my lips. So let's move on to face primer. Okay, for face primer, I'm gonna go in with my Wonder Glow from Charlotte Tilbury. It's a really pretty, light, glowy, natural primer, and I really like it. I just cut my finger this morning while I was cooking, so please excuse the band-aid. But if you guys already have the Flawless Filter product from Charlotte Tilbury, it's the one that everybody uses. It's all over TikTok and has like the doe foot when you take it out. I've seen a lot of people get that mixed up with the foundation because a lot of people do kind of wear it as a foundation, but it's definitely not. The Flawless Filter product, I have it, let me show you. I just want to get this clear on my channel because I use all these products all the time and I hope you guys aren't confused because I've seen a ton of confusion on TikTok, and obviously there's no like real rules with makeup. You can do whatever you want, whatever works for you, but this product, the one that went super viral, super popular, I'm obsessed with this product. I actually want to get a darker version of it to use it more as like a bronzing situation, but this is basically like a really natural dewy liquid highlighter. So it comes with a doe foot. This product is basically meant to be used either before your makeup, during your makeup, or like when you're completely done and you can still top your face off with this, which is why it's such a universal product. So a lot of people apply it just directly on their skin and they don't wear like a heavy foundation, so they kind of use this as their foundation. This is technically a liquid highlighter, but I will use it like under my foundation as well, and in the summer I'll totally use it alone, but it's nowhere near a foundation. It has like pretty much no coverage, and I think people just get that confused. Plus they have a huge shade range in this, which is why I want to get something a little bit more tan to like add bronziness to my skin. But then this, the Wonder Glow, this is more of a true primer. So this is something you would only use before your foundation or before any other makeup. Oh, this says it can be used under, over, or instead of foundation. So again, kind of similar to this. You can use these products any way you want, obviously, but I see this more as a true primer and I see this more as a liquid highlighter. But again, you can use them at any point of your makeup routine. And then they also have like a legit true foundation, which I've never actually tried a Charlotte Tilbury foundation. You guys know I like so many other foundations, and I normally am wearing like a true foundation. I like the coverage, so that means I either have this on underneath or this on underneath or on top. I've never used this on top, but technically you can. So I hope that kind of explains the confusion. I feel like that was even confusing for me to explain it. I'm actually gonna put some more of this primer on. But like I said, that's why it's confusing, because there's no actual rules to makeup. You can do whatever you want. Everybody has a different preference depending on how much coverage you're looking for, what kind of finishes you like, the skin type you have, and all of that. But I like using this specifically as a primer. Okay, for foundation today, I'm gonna go in with my Morphe 2 foundation. This is like a skin tint. It's super liquidy, and I definitely have like a darker color, but I kind of want to match my body because it still has some leftover tan on it, and I just want something super light. So I'm actually gonna blend this out with a fluffy like kabuki brush. Sometimes I like to use a brush more with super liquidy products because I feel like the sponge soaks it up too much. So I'm just gonna drip this on my skin. This is honestly just gonna give me more color than anything, and just to make my skin look more alive. I feel like because of my dark features, a lot of people think I am naturally tan or like have some color to my skin, but honestly, naturally, I am very pale. And with my dark features, it only, you know, enhances my paleness, which I love. But I also love being tan. I'm used to being tan. My skin definitely tans super easy on its own. So I think that's why I've always like loved having a tan, having a glow, because whenever I was on vacation, whenever I'm in the sun, in the summer, I can be a completely different shade. So even though I'm naturally very fair, I can have a supernatural suntan of my own. So that's why I've always loved doing fake tans in the winter when I'm not in the sun, and also with my makeup. It just like gives my skin more life, makes me look more alive. And again, with my dark features, I feel like it's just more flattering to have a little bit of a tan, a little bit of a glow. Okay, I just blended that all out. It's a very, very thin layer. Like you can still even see a bunch of my acne spots through, which I actually don't mind. I'm going to dab my whole face. You guys, look how big this beauty sponge is massive. I actually just opened it up because my original orange Real Technique ones are just super dirty, and Pickles has been like playing with them and knocking off my vanity, and I just didn't have the time to like clean it. And honestly, I need some like new ones. That's something you definitely need to make sure you're always getting like fresh ones of. And I looked in my beauty closet, and the only thing I had was this giant face sponge that I bought a while ago. I just have never used it before. It's also Real Techniques. It's the same like shape and everything. It's just so much bigger. Like it's literally as big as my hand. And I actually kind of really like it for what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of going over everything to make sure there's no like brush streaks, which is why I normally don't use brushes, because I feel like I always need to blend it in with a sponge regardless, just to make it really smooth. I do like to use a brush to blend out a super liquidy product. Okay, that actually worked really well. I don't know how this is going to work for my concealer, but I guess we're going to try it because that's all I have that's clean. So for concealer, I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Use this one all the time. It's pretty much a dupe for Tarte Shape Tape. They're not the same, but for the price difference and for a more affordable option, it's very comparable. It's pretty thick. And this one in particular has a nice yellow undertone. Okay, blending this out. Since we're just doing really natural makeup, I tend to not make things as perfect. So like blending out my concealer kind of further and a little more all over the place than I normally would for like full glam. I think that's just like the vibe of natural makeup. It's not as perfect, which is nice if you guys aren't like super into makeup. You don't have to be as precise when you are keeping it a natural look. Okay, the only thing with the sponge is I feel like it's holding on to way more water than a normal one would. Brightened up my under eyes a little bit. I'm actually going to zoom you guys in just so you can see a little bit more. Okay, now to set my face, since we did a very light foundation, I want to set my face with a pressed powder to give us a little bit more coverage. And I think sometimes using a loose powder on a light foundation is like a little bit too heavy. I have my Mineralized skin finish. I was going to use the Studio Fix from MAC, but this is more of a powder foundation, so it's thicker. And this is the Mineralized skin finish from MAC. It is their obviously more natural one. It has a tiny bit of a glow to it, which will go perfect with the primer. And just like natural days in general, I like to keep the glow. Sorry, my SD card ran out of room. Okay, we are going to swirl our brush in the product, swirl it on our face. This color, and specific to my skin tone, is a nice like warm, a little bit more tan shade. I normally use this in the summer, and I love using products like this on natural days too because it just gives me that glow. It gives me a little bit of color. It's still nice and natural product, so it's not like I need to be crazy with it. And I'm just using a super fluffy brush, blending it all the way down my chest to make sure everything kind of is seamless. Sip of coffee. Okay, now another one of my favorite things to do on super natural days is just omit all bronzer, which I know sounds crazy, which is why I've been using products like my foundation as well as the powder that I just used in a little bit more of like a darker color to match my tan and give me a little bit of that glow, because we are not going to use any bronzer to warm up the skin. So that's a great little hack, is not using something completely off your skin tone. You still want it to match your body, but something just with a little bit more warmth than your natural skin tone in a mineralized skin finish like this. Or if you're using like a super light foundation skin tint type product, you can get away with getting something a little bit warmer, richer in color to, you know, give your overall skin that color that you want without using bronzer. So I hope that makes sense, and that's why you want to like blend it down your neck and fully make sure everything looks good and seamless. So with that being said, since we're not doing bronzer, we are going to load up on the blush. I'm gonna start with my Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Seduce. These are some of the best blushes as far as long-lasting powers go. So I love starting with this one, and because it's a matte shade, and then we will top it with more of a shimmery blush. I'm gonna go in with my angled brush, really load this on my brush and really pack it on our face. You can go kind of crazy with the blush because we have no bronzer, so the blush is kind of taking place as both. And overall, blush is just way more on trend now than it ever used to be. Sorry guys, I had to change the battery really quickly. Obviously, I have packed on that blush pretty heavy. It's definitely showing up like even crazier on camera than it is in person. But I also always remind people that blush is the first thing that's going to fade on your face. So if this was something I was gonna wear all day long and like even go out and about and do things in, you really want to pack the blush on heavy because it will fade. So I'm applying most of the color to the apples, and then you drag back just like you would with your bronzer. I'll apply it like on the foreheads a tiny bit. Of course, I always apply it on my nose because I love that sun-kissed look, and on my chin. Oh, that's what I was saying before my camera died, is I feel like the blush trend honestly really picked up from TikTok. The harsh contour highlight is so over now, and I think the blush just really complements that really light, effortless, glowy overall look that a lot of the younger generation kids are doing now. And it's crazy, like, for me to even be in the older generation where I feel like I've noticed makeup trends for so long now, and it's not like the same anymore, which makes me feel old. But I really love it, and honestly I do my own makeup like this too now. It's just so much more flattering and easy for every day, and I feel like it takes a lot less skill because you're just kind of packing on the blush right on top. You don't have to contour, you don't have to highlight, you don't have to do anything crazy like the crazy sculpting that used to be so in like 2016. I'm just making sure all this blush is fully blended out, And honestly, like, the makeup is already looking so good with just those few little steps. It's very quick. This is a look you can do so fast. It's great for school or just like early mornings. Okay, now I'm gonna top off my blush with another blush. This is a baked one from Milani, but it has so much graining and shimmer within it that it's almost like a blush topper, I would say. I'm gonna use the same exact brush and just top the apples of the cheeks with this, and this will kind of add that glow and highlight because it's already in the blush. That's why I like to use a matte one first, a matte blush to really lay down the color, apply it all over the face, and kind of use that to like sculpt a tiny bit to really add those shapes, and then use a shimmery blush or some sort of blush topper. Anything like baked is so good. Milani has so many different colors, and apply on top, and mainly again right on the apples of the cheeks. Excuse those sirens, you guys. And you can always go back in with your big fluffy brush that you used for powder to just kind of make sure everything's extra blended and not too harsh. This might not be everybody's cup of tea. I know some people hate blush. They never wear blush, but I have always loved blush, and I'm very happy that blush is kind of like the star of the show nowadays. I am going to apply some highlight, but by no means do you need to. I just really like that glowy skin, especially on natural days. I'm just gonna dip into my little DIOR quad palette. I like to kind of mix some of these around a little bit and just apply to the top of the cheekbone. Again, way less precise than maybe you would think because of this natural glowy overall look. Kind of just go right on in, and again you can go back in with your fluffy brush to blend out. If you do feel like you need to clean up the cheeks and maybe give yourself a little bit more definition, like you went too crazy, you can take a powder that has more pigment to it. So this is the Studio Fix. This is not the one we used all over our face. This one is more of like a powder foundation on this nice like flattened fluffy brush. And you can kind of clean up underneath the cheeks right here where maybe that blush went a little too far, a little too crazy, because you don't want to lose the shape to your face. You still want to have a little bit of precision. So I'm kind of using this as like a cleanup method. Or anywhere that you want a little bit more coverage, you can go in with a thicker like foundation powder. Maybe on the eyelids. Mine get super oily. So you kind of got to know what works for you. Okay, so our face and base is honestly pretty much done. If you want, before we go on to brows and mascara, you can spray your face before, which I am going to do. I like to spray before I do my mascara just to make sure it's, you know, all sits in right and I can kind of go overboard without worrying about ruining or smudging the mascara. So I'm gonna go in with this luminous setting spray from Morphe. I honestly really like this one. I wish they put it in their other canister like this, but it is in this spray bottle. But I really like the luminosity to it, and again, that's kind of the whole overall theme of a natural look, is just lots of glow. It smells so good too, oh my god. Okay, try to hold your face still. Okay, for brows, I'm just gonna fill in my brows very lightly and quickly with my Anastasia Brow Wiz. This is pretty boring, and I actually shared most of it in my last holiday makeup look. If you guys missed that, it was Vlogmas Day 6, I believe. I highly recommend you watch that. It was like one of the first videos in a while that I showed more up close how I fill in my brows. But I always want to fill in the brows, especially on natural days. I mean, even on days when I'm wearing absolutely no makeup, sometimes I still fill in the brow. I just think it's so important. It frames the face, and I'm a really big brow person, especially again with my dark features. I just feel like my brows really hold my face together, and I love having nice full brows, but still like pretty natural. I really only fill in where they're kind of sparse, and I use a very light, like feathery hand. And that's why I'm always like brushing out the product. just to overall fill them in. Nothing like too harsh or too crazy as far as like straight lines go. They're not like super carved out. Sometimes I'll use like a brush and a powder, which always tends to be more natural than a pencil. So if you guys are new to filling in your brows or you want something like super easy and natural, I definitely recommend using like a brow powder, something not too dark, and a brush. I feel like you'll have the most control with that. Sometimes I just use my fingers to clean it up. Boom, boom, boom. We're gonna set the brows. Another thing that I always do, and actually if I don't fill in my brows, sometimes I will even set them. Like brow gel to me is honestly sometimes even a skincare product, because I will wear brow gel to the gym. I will wear brow gel no matter what, especially because I already have like pretty full brows, that sometimes I just need to like lock them in place, kind of like a hairspray. Even if I have no product or no other makeup on, I'm just using my fingers to clean them up, because that's really what I would do if I was in a rush in a natural makeup day. I'm not trying to make anything look too perfect. My face is like itchy right here. If you're itchy, use a brush. Okay, I think all that's left is a coat of mascara. You can totally skip this part. I used to not really wear a ton of mascara, even on natural days. I'm definitely more into mascara now, so I'm going to apply some. But if you want to do like the no eye kind of makeup look and just focus on the skin, and then you could totally stop here. Then obviously we're going to finish off our lips, which you can really do anything on the lips for this look. You could even do a bold lip if you really wanted to. You could just do a gloss, you could just do a lip balm, you could do liner. I think I'm gonna do kind of like a colored gloss, just to give my lips some definition and color, but nothing too overboard. Okay, for lashes, very important to always curl them. Like always, always, always. It makes such a big difference. And if you don't believe me, then I know you haven't tried it. I'm going in with Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara and doing a coat on the top lashes with this. This is a pretty voluminizing and like darkening mascara, which I really like on natural days when your lashes are like way more bold. I think it looks really pretty. But I am not going to apply this to the lower lash line. I feel like it's a little too chunky for the lower lash line, and I do feel like this mascara can smear sometimes. Just really want to make sure everything's nice and coated. Spread out. And for lower lash line, we're going to go in with the MAC Gigablack Lash. Comes in the blue tube. You guys already know the drill. I'm obsessed with this mascara. If they ever, you guys, discontinue this or take this away, I literally am gonna have to buy a lifetime supply of it, because nothing else is as good as this for the lower lash line. It's actually really pretty on your top lashes too. If you like really, really natural, like this would be a really natural top lash mascara. It's very lengthening, but I like something a little bit thicker for the top lashes. And I feel like a lot of people get confused because they think this is like a blue mascara when they see the packaging. But it's just a really nice, thin, delicate mascara. And I really like the wand. It never smudges on my lower lash line. I'm pretty sure my mom uses this. Like, I turned her on to it and she uses it for top and bottom. She really likes it. So, mascara is on. My hair is an absolute disaster. Okay, for our lips, I'm gonna add a little bit of color by using my my Rare Beauty liquid blush. I actually really like these on my lips. They just add good color. This is the shade Love. So I'll just smudge that on really quickly. You could also use this like on your face too. You could do like matching liquid blush and throw some on your lips. I'm gonna top it off with the new Too Faced Lip Injection Lip Gloss. They came out with a whole range of the lip injection formula, but they're actual like glosses in all different colors. So I got this super fun hot pink one in the shade Just a Girl, and I'm gonna top it off with this. I was just gonna do this, but I felt like it needed like a base of a little bit of color underneath, so that's why I applied the liquid blush first. And this will plump our lips. Keep them nice and juicy all day. Nice, glossy, juicy lips. I'm gonna take my hair down. I got the hair situated. Okay, you guys, I think that completes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this get ready with me. I'm sorry it was kind of all over the place, but this is very realistic and every day I kind of just, you know, slap my makeup on very effortlessly. I'm more precise about the products that I'm using and choosing and mixing with, more so than the technique on natural days. I know we're all just always in a rush, trying to get our makeup on, trying to pull ourselves together as quickly as possible in the morning. Honestly, the key is just focus on really glowy skin and adding that color back into your skin, on your cheeks, on your lips, and I think it looks super pretty. Especially a great look if you're like not even doing your hair that day. If you pull your hair back, add some gold jewelry, wear a sweatshirt, wear something comfy, and just have this really natural, pretty glow makeup. I think it is like the best look for everyday, work from home, casual days, things like that. So yeah, that completes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the rest of Vlogmas. And thank you guys so much for being patient with me. I know I'm a little bit behind currently, but I'm trying my best to get back on the top and grind through Vlogmas with you guys. So let me know down below if there's any other sit down videos that you guys want to see, so I can kind of fill in those gaps and make those happen for you guys, because I feel like the vlogs just get very repetitive. So I hope you guys enjoy this little makeup tutorial break during Vlogmas, and if you guys are not subscribed to my channel, click that subscribe button, like this video if you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!